name is Joseph from Bandera County, District 10.
And I am Nathaniel Hall from Kerr County District 10, and we are Texas 4-H STEM ambassadors. For this month's STEM challenge, we are going to explore computer science. Computer science is the study of principles and use of computers, but this field is very broad, ranging from software engineering and programming to computer networks and security. Even though it is the study of computers, this field has a lot more to do with problem solving and thinking than anything else. Computer scientists have to analyze algorithms to create programs that solve real-world problems. Today we're going to learn a couple of basic concepts with coding using the Python programming language. Using an online IDE, we will use variables, user input, and if statements to create a program that can guess your 4-H project. But first, what do all these crazy terms mean? A variable is a value that has the ability to change, such as a number that can be added to or a string of characters like this one. An if statement in programming is a statement that allows you to check if a condition is met, and if it is, the program will do something. Else if statements are similar in that the program will do something in the event that the first condition wasn't met. User input is pretty simple. It is something that allows us to ask the user a question and get a response, and the responses will be documented, and this is how we will see what their main project is. As mentioned before, we will be using the Python programming language. We can actually turn these three concepts into real code in Python, and here's how to do it. In order to create a variable, you have to type out the name of variable equals the value of the variable. For example, you could create a variable called number, which equals 1, or a variable called word, which is equal to the word dictionary. To create an if statement in Python, you have to write out the word if, open parentheses, then some condition, close the parentheses, and add a colon. Then in the next lines, you get to say what the program is going to do. These lines are indented. Again, it is fairly simple to add user input. Input is a built-in feature in Python, but to keep track of the user responses, we have to make it into a variable. For example, you can write decision equals input, A, vanilla, B, chocolate ice cream. One last bit of code that you need to know is the print function. Print is something that allows you to add text to the screen without asking for a response, and it is written as print, open parentheses, then whatever words you want inside the quotation marks.
Now we are going to create an actual program that will ask the user some questions, take input from the user, and try to guess their main 4-H project based on those answers. If you want to follow along, go to rebel.it, sign up with your preferred account, then just create a new project in Python and copy the code found in the description into your project. You don't have to do this in order to watch the video, as I will show every part of the program, but it helps to see how it actually works and to be able to play around with the code on your end. First, we add some variables. These will be used later to keep track of the user's answers. Each one is named with the project that they refer to and starts off at 0. Next, we have several input and print statements, just to set up what the user should expect with the program. The last input is yn, which asks if they want to play the game. So next we are going to create an if statement that says if the user input is equal to yes, then the rest of the code will happen. We will add this variable, 1 equals input, to ask the first question, then get input from the user. The following lines are going to be if statements to check which option they chose. If 1 equals A, then the score for the food variable will go up by 1, as the answer choice for A has to do with food. The next lines will be else if statements, which can just be written as elif. This is to check for conditions in the case that the original if statement condition wasn't met. So if they don't choose A, then the else if statement will check for B and so on until all the answer choices have been checked. We just repeat these steps for questions 2 through 5 with an input variable and an if statement to add points to each project variable depending on the user's answer. After checking for all the questions, we want to find out which project had the most answers from the user. In order to do this, we have to find out which variable has the highest value. We use the max function to do this, so we create the highest score variable and make it equal to the max of all those variables. The last thing to do is to tell the user which main project the algorithm guessed. In order to do this, we have to create if statements to check which variables have the highest score, and if that variable is the one with the highest score, it will print out a description of the project to the user. And that's how the program works. If you want to run through and see if it can guess your main project, just go into REPL.it and copy the code into your project. I would also highly recommend learning how each line works. What I did when I first started learning how to code is I would take out one line of code at a time and see how it affected the rest of the program. You can do this by commenting out a line of code with // or by adding a hashtag before the line.
If you would like to further explore the code used in today's video, sign into REPL.it using your Google, GitHub, or Facebook account, or use the link in the description. Feel free to respond with a picture or video of how your coding experience was, and make sure to tag it with Monthly 4-H STEM Challenge. Thank you so much for watching this STEM Challenge, and we will see you again next month.